Welcome back to the channel, guys. Glad to have you here like always. In today's video, we're going to be going over a very special topic when it comes to birds. One of the things that sooner or later may happen to all of us that own birds is that sooner or later you may have to trim your bird's beak or your bird's nails. And it is something that can be both stressful for you and for your bird. Stressful for you because you may not want to handle the bird, or you're not quite sure exactly how it is that you're going to accomplish this if it's your first time. And it can be stressful for the bird because, let's be honest, they just don't want to be handled, and you have to be extremely careful when doing so that you do not injure it. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how it is that I trim my bird's nails and beak, and hopefully it helps you in the future if you have to do this same exact thing. If you own birds, sooner or later, you're going to find yourself in a scenario similar to this one where you may be admiring your birds and you notice that one of them has its toenails a bit too long and it's time for trimming. Now, when it comes time to trim them, you want to make sure that you hold the bird firmly in your hand so that it doesn't injure itself. Now, why is it so important to go ahead and trim the nails? Well, it's important because when birds get nails that are this long, those fingernails could get stuck inside of nesting materials. They could get stuck in certain parts of the cage. And at times, if you get home, it could be a bit too late and the bird has been hanging from those toenails and it could cause these birds to die. So you do want to make sure that their toenails are finely trimmed. You have to be careful when trimming their toenails though, because you don't want to go too deep into the toenail and hurt the vein that is inside of that toe. So make sure that you only trim the outer portion of the nail, not going too close to the skin portion because you do not want to cause the bird to bleed out. Now, like I mentioned, make sure that you hold the bird firmly in your hand so that it doesn't injure itself or fly free from your hands. The last thing that you want is a bird flying freely throughout your house and flying into something and hurting itself. Another scenario you may find yourself in is one where you notice that there's a bird that has a beak that may be a bit longer than usual or longer than what the normal species beak will look like. For example, with this female starfinch, her beak is a bit overgrown. It's pointier and longer at the tip. And this is a very young bird. This bird here is less than a year old and it's yet still developed this, and it could be for a variety of reasons. Like I mentioned before, it could be due to excess calcium. One of the things that I like to do for this is I like to grab a normal nail filer and pass it back and forth through the beak on the sides and at the tip to kind of get that beak shorter and trim it down to the normal size. One of the things that you have to keep in mind while doing this is you do not want to take a very long time because this is something that will stress the bird out. And the last thing that you want to do is stress the bird too much while trimming and filing down that beak. So make sure that one, you hold the bird in the right manner so that it doesn't escape from your hands and it doesn't get injured. And two, that you have everything that you need on hand. So once you do grab it, you can start to file it down and take at least amount of time possible so that you can put the bird back in the cage and reduce those stress levels. Another scenario that you may find is very similar to this one, where the beak just has a small little tip that is overgrown. And for that, you can use just a normal nail trimmer like the one that you see here and clip the tip of that beak to get that little excess calcium buildup at the tip of the beak. After you're done, use the normal nail filer again just to file down the sides of it and you're done. And the last and easiest method that you may have if you do not want to handle the birds is to buy a calcium rock or a cuttle bone, put that in the cage. Naturally, the birds, as they eat it, their beaks will be trimmed. All right, guys, well, this is going to be the end of the video. I really hope that this tutorial was helpful for some of you guys if you ever have to get this done for your birds. If you found it helpful and you've enjoyed the video, remember to hit the like button, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already, and don't forget to hit the notifications button so that you're notified of future videos when they come out. Like always, I hope that you all have a wonderful day and we will see each other in the next video. Bye.